What up guys, Andres here with Steps for Improvement, and I hope you enjoyed that new intro that I've been working on. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to be giving you some conversation hacks that you can use in your next conversations to make them flow better and generally just improve the way you speak. Now you'll be pretty much able to apply these tips to any single situation, any type of conversation that you have, whether you're meeting someone new or just having a nice conversation in general. Where you apply this, that's up to you, my friend. But anyways, let's get into these tips. And tip number one is to maintain good eye contact with the person you're speaking with. Eye contact is very fucking important. It signals to the person that you're interested and invested in the conversation that you're having, that you actually care about what he or she is saying. Think about this, what fun is it to talk to someone who's always looking down and not maintaining eye contact? Does it show that they're interested? Like this video, if I would sit down here, if I would keep my eye contact down, how interesting and how convicted would I seem? Would I seem to know what I'm talking about? No. That's why you gotta maintain eye contact with the person that you're speaking. Now don't overdo this and don't stare them in the eyes and creep them out. Keep it nice and natural. You can obviously glance away. I would recommend that you look up, to your left or to your right. Make sure to make it a habit to look the person in the eye and to glance off a little bit. Don't look down. Another thing I just thought of, maintaining eye contact, it opens up your airways and it's a lot easier to talk with the person. Think about this, if you're slouched over, it's a lot harder to speak. But if you instead look the person in the eye, your chest automatically rises and your airways open up. Tip number two is to invest the conversation on the other person. Now what this will do is it will stop you from bragging about whatever it is that you're proud of, and you will seem more interested in the person that you're speaking with. This is very important in the conversation. You cannot speak only about yourself. You gotta ask questions about that person. Be interested in them. Otherwise you're pretty much bragging about yourself. Obviously you can talk about yourself, but make sure that the questions you ask are directed about that person, because people will always open up and they will always try to talk about themselves if the right questions are asked. If I focus the question on you and I ask questions about you, that person that I'm speaking with generally going to be pretty happy to respond and to answer questions about themselves. It's going to make them feel better and will make the conversation flow better. Make it a general rule of thumb to ask more questions about the other person than to talk about you, and let the other person ask the questions about you so that you can answer them. Alright, so tip number three is to ask open-ended questions, because people will generally open up more. Because who wants to ask boring questions and make the conversation feel like an interview? This camera down. Alright, so open-ended questions are questions that are not basic, boring questions. The response the other person will give will always be more than a yes or no or maybe answer. Alright, so let's say that you're meeting a bro, you met a bro on the street, and he seems like a pretty interesting person. It seems like you two could become friends real quick. But what you say is very crucial. Let me show you an example. Alright, so this is what you should not do. Hey, what's up, man? Do you by chance go to this university? Yeah, man, I go here. Awesome, awesome. Do you like it here? Yeah, it's alright. It's definitely a good school. Sounds good. Are you from around here? Yup, born and raised. Do you know any good gyms in the area? Yeah, actually, you can head down the street over there and you'll find a really good gym. Actually, no, I gotta run because I gotta go to a class. But it was fun meeting you. See you. Alright, bye, I guess. And this is what you should do instead. Hey, excuse me, man. Are you by chance a student in this university? Yeah, I am actually. Damn, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty good at guessing, but I was actually thinking about coming and starting here. How's your experience been here so far? Pretty good, to be honest. I think it's a pretty unique university because they actually give you, actionable steps to take. So yeah, it's a pretty good one. Awesome, bro. You got me motivated and psyched to start here. What made you study here? Well, I think it was kind of like pre-decided for me because my mom, my dad, my grandfather went here, but I really learned to love this school and I got a dream job of becoming an accountant one day, and this university will definitely facilitate me getting that job. Wow, that's a pretty cool story, man. I've actually got the same ambitions and goals after university. I want to be in accounting as well. And listen, I got one more question. Since I'm new around here, I got no idea where to go to hit up a good workout session. Which gym would you recommend me to go to that's not like a Planet Fitness gym, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, actually, I go to this one gym that's really good. It's got a really nice atmosphere where everyone's trying to help you out. It's a couple blocks down there. Yeah, for sure, bro. I actually gotta run now because I'm running a little late. I got this meeting with this university dean, but How about we go and hit up a training session later tonight at 7? 7 sounds perfect. I'll see you then. Alright, perfect, man. You seem like a really interesting guy. I'll catch you later. Alright, so I think you see what the problem is. The person in the first video is asking too many boring questions and too many bulletproof questions which can give you a yes or no answer. The thing about open-ended questions is that it's pretty much phrased as a statement and the other person has to reply with a much longer response. That opens up a lot of opportunities in the conversation and gives you a lot to talk about, compared to simply only asking boring questions like, do you like it? Where do you go to school? What did you do? Where do you work? Some great examples of some open-ended questions are: what made you move to the city? What made you major in this? What is your favorite childhood memory? What is the best piece of advice anyone has ever given you? Taiwan, it seems like a really nice city. What do you think I should do to avoid the tourist traps and see the real Taiwan? Questions like that make the conversation a lot better. It opens it up, it makes it flow better, it gives you a lot of opportunities to talk about different things. Alright, so I actually gotta go do a couple of errands in the city. This is a beautiful day today, but I'm gonna take you guys along with me and film some beautiful shots of the city and give you those 2 tips that you don't want to miss. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so I've arrived in the city, and let's not waste no time around here. Tip number 4 is to be charismatic. Now, you and me might have a different definition of being charismatic, but I believe that it means when you're very enthusiastic when you speak with someone. And this goes a long way in conversations, like body language, like maintaining eye contact with someone. It signals to the person that you're invested and interested in the conversation, and this makes them want to talk more. Now think about it, why would you not want to be charismatic in a conversation? You should always put your charisma to the test and to the max when you're speaking with someone. If you sound down and downright depressed, they're not really going to want to speak to you. They're going to think, damn, that person, he's kind of negative. The main idea here and the main point here is that if you're not charismatic, even if you have good eye contact, even if you're trying to speak about the right subject, you're asking open-ended questions, if you're not charismatic, the conversation's just not going to flow as well. So my best tips to be charismatic is to always have a little grin or a little smile on your face. Don't try to smile and be like cheesy like this. Just have a little smile on your face. And my last tip for being as charismatic as possible is to always put conviction into your words. So try to speak as if you mean it, because otherwise, what's the point of them listening to you? Sure, they might listen because they care about you or they're your friend, but trust me, the conversation will flow a lot better if you're charismatic and if you put conviction into your words. Take this as an example. Hey yo, that watch, man. Hey, that watch is fresh. Use those tips and your conversations will flow a lot better. Like I said, we got a completely beautiful day here today, but I gotta head home because I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna give you tip number 5 at home. Back at the crib now, and tip number 5 is to be okay with awkward silences. And let's face it, they will happen. Look, I don't know what your idea of a confident person is or a great conversationalist, but trust me when I say that everyone has awkward silences at times with people they're speaking with. Look, awkward silences are great because they give you time to breathe and to think. You know, sometimes in conversations you gotta take a step back, have a deep breath, and then continue the conversation. The most important thing, if you're ever in an awkward silence, is to stay cool, calm, and collected. Because if the other person sees that you're cool, calm, and collected, they'll think that you're in power. You've got the upper hand of the conversation, and they're gonna feel tempted to say something. And if they don't, that's okay. You can simply say something like, man, I forgot what we were talking about. What is your take on awkward silences? Alright, so I'm gonna wrap up the video here, but those were 5 tips to keep the conversation flowing. And some conversation hacks that you can use in your conversations in any situation. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of this type of content, make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every single Friday. And make sure to follow me on Instagram as well because I'm dropping new content there every single week, like Stoic Mondays. With that all out of the way, I'm going to see you guys in the next video.